Ladies and gentlemen, people of the world, I had to phone in my online CIA asset for an episode. At this present moment, when this episode comes out, I am in Australia, and I am reading my dates in front of Joey. By the time you're seeing this in Australia, I will have already done the Palais. But I got Sydney and Briz coming up, so pull up, and then Adelaide and Perth. So yeah, buy a ticket. But anyways, Joey's been working hard. He's been doing psyops on Twitter, and now he's here for an episode. And we should caveat that Joey and I did not feel too good about our last episode together. We were both very off by the end, and it was a low scoring game for us. So we're happy to.
It wasn't our best work, so we thought, what better way to make sure we nail it than doing it over Zoom? Yeah. That is how you get it popping. But you know what? I was thinking. I had an idea. I have a concept for how I think we can have a great episode.
Okay,
and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to get my head right now. I think
you look more in shape now.
I think after dunking my face in that bowl, and I don't have a banana to rub on it, but I feel ready to rock after that. And like, there's no way we can miss at this point. We got to be serious about the Lord's business. You know what I mean?
I didn't go hard enough on that. I did a little video about it, dude. The 5 a.m. church. Ain't no way I'm praying to any god at 5 a.m. I could never be Muslim for that reason.
Do they make you go at 5 a.m.?
I have to check in with my Muslim folks, but I think they get up. I think they got a 5 a.m. one in there. I think they got one in there.
Really?
I believe. Let me look it up. I have a computer now, so
I have some Muslim friends that sleep a lot. So if that is the case, then they're being very bad, and that's fine. That's okay.
5:37, 6:46, 12:50. So they got it on Google. They got it down to the minute, bruh. So
now, are those like bus times where like you could catch a couple, or is it like you got to be doing like? I thought you only had to pray 7 times, right? It has to be at 5 a.m.
I mean, if this is right, I don't think it's a bus schedule, man. I think you gotta. This is like changing cores in a nuclear reactor. I think you gotta hit it, and if you're not there, you're not really about God,
I think that's why they don't drink, because God said it's not allowed, but also the main reasons it's not allowed is because I need you on your best at 5:37.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, so you can't even try to drink because you got some shit to do for the Lord at 5:30.
Yeah. You're not religious, are you?
Not really, but you know what I'm going to say? Ashton Hall, that guy's so committed. He should be Muslim because Christianity now is like, it's too fun. They got guitars. Pastors are damn near stand-up comics. They got crazy stage production. They're having fun out there. If you're really religious, I'm putting the challenge out to you right now. If you're really religious, you got to go Muslim or Catholic. All right? Muslim is like, you're up, dude. You're praying. You're in there. And Catholic is just fucking boring. So
that's why I would go spiritual. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to smell like shit, and I don't want to have to have threesomes or whatever at lightning in a bottle, but I'm willing to, and I'd rather do that than wake up early.
Yeah, I don't want to have a polycule with all my best friends, but
right.
That's sort of what New Age calls for.
Hosting is already so difficult, when you're trying to think about like if someone's like gluten-free or whatever, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, Greg loves anal, so like we got to think about what we eat before he comes over. There's a lot of problems with this that I wouldn't want to contend with.
You hang around those crystals long enough, you want to sit on them. It's like they got power, man. They draw you in.
I've never believed in crystals, but I think that's because I've never taken one as a suppository. And I do think if I jammed the spirit of the heavens directly into my ass, that I might get it at that point, and I'd be able to go out and buy a series of billowy tie pants.
I mean, the priests figured that out already. Okay,
there it is. There it is. Well, we can learn from science, and the ass is the quickest way to absorb and the most powerful.
Yeah.
But I'd like to remove that from the thing you said about priests, because that's not where I meant that comment to
go. Yeah, man. And look, if you're a big healing crystal person and you're upset right now, I'm gonna need you to pull it out of your ass, okay? I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Yeah. Calm down.
You're probably upset because you got the components of a fucking Swiss battery in your ass. I'm gonna need you to pull out that quartz and leave it for the earth. Leave it where it belongs. You know when you go to Hawaii and they're like, don't take the lava rocks? That's what you guys are doing with New Age spirituality. When you take those quartz crystals and you ram them up your butthole,
That's true.
You're going against God's work, all right? And that's just me warning you, okay?
I wish I could blame my moods on planetary alignment.
Yeah.
Like, I never, I can never get off the hook because, like, Mercury was in retrograde.
Right.
For just being a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my it's actually like all of my gambling losses I tie to astrology, so it's not really my fault.
That's true. Yeah, FanDuel struck a deal with Uranus and really fucked me during March Madness.
How much are we down on March Madness?
Blame the planets.
Yeah. But now I'm asking you, how much are you down on March Madness?
Oh, I have not. I'm actually becoming a better person, I think. And I decided I haven't bet on it because I was about to bet on it. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, that's not true. I lost money. But a small amount. It was not as large of an amount as you. I bet on my school, UC San Diego, because they were in it for the first time ever.
Yeah,
they were
which is a sign that they're going to win.
There.
Yeah.
The kids had heart, and I wanted to vote with my dollar, and it didn't work, and they lost. But it was only like by basket, so that was cool. But the rest of it, I haven't bet on it because I have realized that even though I really enjoy sports gambling, you're set up to lose, and they always win. And
really,
I realized that I shouldn't sit and get angry that 10 kids from Wofford State fucking University, who I can't name one of, didn't just land on my side of the spread.
Interesting.
So I've been investing in meme coins.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Please and Hawk and whatever else is out there.
I do have a bracket, though, and it's not going well. But I've been loving March Madness. Like, I like sports to keep me company. I was working last week. Starting at noon Eastern, we just got games all day. It's like, what's going on over there?
Yeah. I wish I was into March Madness like that. I can't do it.
You can't do it?
I don't know. It's just not for me.
Well, see, I think a lot of people misunderstand sports because they think, oh, I don't know a lot about sports. I don't know what a triangle defense is. I'm not going to understand March Madness. It's very simple. You actually just watch the game. And then if it gets close, you go, holy shit, that was fucking crazy. And it's awesome. And that's why you have 10 games going on at once. And you don't have to know anything about the teams. You just saw 12 seed beat 2 seed. Oh, that's fuck, dude. No one saw that coming.
Okay.
And that just gets you hard in like a spiritual way. It's my version of spirituality.
Yeah, so your healing crystals are fucking... I'm just trying to think of any March Madness team at this point, but I don't know any.
Yeah, just like if you throw a dart at a college in North Carolina, you can pretty much envision that they're in March Madness. Because you got NC State, you have Duke, you have North Carolina. There's probably some colleges I haven't even heard about that are still in the tournament.
So Texas A&M,
I'm not an expert.
Texas A&M is your healing crystal.
The Aggies, dude. Yeah,
the Aggies.
Yeah, throw some Aggies on that. Yeah.
What do they do? Horns up or whatever?
Dude, fuck the Aggies. Go blue. Michigan's still in it.
We'll just take the go blue out of context. Dude, okay.
Do you like anything other than billiards, like in your life? Do you think?
Yes, of course, dude. Dude. Formula One, the drama is fucking peak right now. It's fucking, oh man, yeah, it's good. I don't even want to fucking get into it. It's so nerdy, but it's good.
Well, that's the thing, because I was going to ask you a question, but I was like, do the listeners of this want to hear your deep F1 takes? I'm open to it. I'm surprised that McLaren is having such a good year. I mean, this is a hot take. I like Max.
Brother, okay, I'll make it quick, because, I can feel everyone's fingers going to the fucking fast forward right now. I can hear them. They're about to finger the surface of their phone. They're about to smash, button mash it.
We'll be quick. Yeah, we'll be quick.
You know what I want to do? I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to wait 10 minutes and bring it back up, and then another 10 minutes and bring it back up again.
That's really smart. Like fake them out.
No, but
This episode was brought to you by
Bilt. If you're someone who likes to earn points when they spend, you might want to check out Bilt. Bilt lets you earn points on rent payments and redeem them toward flights, hotels, and a lot more. A lot of people are already earning points on tons of other things like groceries, travel, and gas, so why not earn them on one of your biggest monthly expenses? There's no cost to join Bilt, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Bilt points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Bilt points toward. Points can be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Bilt members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, well, why not? Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbilt.com/TMG. That's joinbilt.com/TMG. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbilt.com/TMG to start earning points on your rent payments today. Okay. So what is happening right now is massively interesting. All right. McLaren doing well, not that crazy. They did really well last season. Their car, super fit. Red Bull, massive blow. Last year, they lost their lead designer, Adrian Newey, who is responsible for some of the most fucking, shall we say, genre-bending engineering choices in the world of Formula One. There's this, actually, I just learned about this. There was a prototype McLaren car that he made, I think, like in the 80s or 90s or something. And it was so ahead of its time. The driver at the time test drove it, and he was like, he told the team principal, you can fire me for saying this, and I don't give a fuck. I'm never getting back in that car. It's fucking undrivable, and it's insane. You're out of your fucking mind if you think you're going to even put me in that. And I guess that car ended up being like a foreshadowing of a lot of the engineering choices that people have made in Formula One like since then. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. So Adrian Newey, he left Red Bull, and he was there for a long time.
Where'd he go?
He went to Aston Martin. So there was a potential where people were thinking he was going to go to Ferrari with Lewis, and that was going to be like, all right.
Yes, but instead he wanted to partner up with Lance Stroll.
Yeah, basically. Probably because Keshish.
Yeah.
No, there might be another choice, but basically, so this season is fucking ripping. It's off to a crazy start. McLaren had the 1-2 in fucking Melbourne. Oscar, Australia, home turf. Rain comes in for a couple laps, bins him. He fucking goes from 2 to fucking 20, fights back to 12, just as like a statement piece. Then you get, so the big drama with Red Bull was, they chose this young guy from New Zealand, Liam Lawson, because he stepped in on the B team last year, did really well, and they're like, this is our guy. Doesn't have a ton of Formula One experience. People were like, it should have been Yuki Tsunoda. This is bullshit. Liam had this quote where he was like, Yuki had his time. It's my time now. And they used to be buds. Like, they were close-ish. Yeah. There's actually a clip now of Yuki pulling a chair out for him at a table and then pulling it back as Liam sits down. And that's,
you think that was really what led to the fallout there?
Well,
there are only so many seats in F1.
Well, dude, so now what's crazy is Liam, only after 2 races, he's basically choked, technically 3 because there's a sprint race, but he's choked 3, and they're like, no. So they're switching him with Yuki. So Yuki...
Oh, they're switching him out?
Yes. So Yuki is taking over for the second seat at Red Bull in Japan, which is the next race, and... Yeah. People have been slaughtered by this car, all right? This is a man-eater of a car, okay? It is like every driver that sat in it has fought it and not been able to do what Max has done. Checo got kind of close, but not really.
And is the concept that car is built like so specifically for Max's driving purposes that it's hard for anyone else, or Max just knows how to quell a stallion?
It's that. Max is incredible. So Adrian has designed the car Red Bull basically always designed the car to be the fastest, and they never catered it to drivers. They just got really lucky that Max is like on another fucking level. Alex Albon basically describes the car. He said it's like using a mouse at 1,000% sensitivity. And there's some guys that did some good breakdowns about basically like they use this phrase, the window of operation. And the window of operation for the Red Bull car is so specific that, like, if you brake slightly too late, you're on the power slightly too early, you shift the wheel just a little bit, it steps out on you, it slides, it like doesn't behave right. So yeah, I'm all in on the drama. Yuki is like, this could be his time, because if he tames the beast, it's gonna be like a ooh.
I feel like F1 is a very high. It's a very high drama sport, because the races are not always that. When it's interesting, but the races are not always that interesting. So it's very reality show for men, like, and anyone, of course, but like dudes are like, can get into it. It's like, oh my God, he lost his seat. No one can drive that car. And so it's all the gossip, what goes into it. Yeah. Then you throw in a Christian Horner sex scandal, which we did get. Yeah. And I think that's why the F1 docuseries is what made it pop in America, because like watching the cars go around, whatever. Yeah. But then us like learning the rules of it, you know, those of us who didn't watch, and then realizing the drama and what everyone's fighting for and the catty attitudes, and everyone's a fucking prima donna.
Oh yeah,
it's great.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy is this season is the races. The races are serving, okay, and that's not like you know, a European thing or racist thing, but
right. The races.
I'll kill myself
watch
after
a bunch
this.
of racists.
Yeah. But so the races are giving. They're giving competitive, and also the drama is giving. So all around, and it's like it's not even the third race. So everyone talking about this season is just like fucking, just. You know, they don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah. But anyway, speaking of men, wait, finish what you're going to say, and I want to talk to you about something.
Well, I was just going to ask if you are one of these people that is like, I will wake up, as the Muslims do for prayer. Will you wake up at like 4:30 to watch a race, or you watch it on your own time?
I just stay off my phone, and I tap in on my time.
Yeah.
No. I was just talking with one of our producers, Taylor, and she brought up how for Call Me By Your Name, all of the makeout scenes between Timothy and Armie were improvised. And part of the pre-production was the director being like, yo, I want y'all to get like comfortable with each other. So I'm just have you guys like make out in this field for a little bit. And so they do that. And then they just kind of keep going because no one says cut. And I guess the director just walked away. And they were macking each other in a field for a long time, right? So Taylor, very aptly, she points out, she goes, I want to know how good of a kisser Timothy Chalamet is, because is Timmy the reason that Armie was getting on Grindr in the first place?
Wow. There's a lot of questions. So I haven't seen that movie.
You want to find out who you are, watch that movie High.
Really? Does it make you want to suck on some dongs?
No, I'm just saying, like you know, the weed will take away any sort of filter you're trying to put on, because you know if you're a little inebriated, your guard is down. Watch that movie High.
What happened to you?
To be honest, I kind of just got a little bored.
Oh, really?
To me, it just felt like a really high...
You're like, enough with the kissing. Where's the anal?
Yeah, basically. Where's the crystal? No, it was just like... romance movies in general, I'm just like... Ugh. So it's like this really high art, you know, everything's shot on 50 millimeter. Everything's supposed to look like a picture. It feels like this kind of like French film. And if I'm going to sit through some frou-frou, like I need people, like I need like murder, I need like backstabbing, or like, you know, something like tangibly like visceral. And these guys discovering each other just as like a story, I was just like, all right. Because then it like the movie, just for context, it kind of just ends on like a, I know there's like a deeper message and, you know, whatever, but I don't care. I just didn't care.
Yeah, so I'm learning about, I didn't know Timothy Chalamet. I imagine we're talking about Armie Hammer here. Was in this.
Yeah.
And so he went on Grindr. I knew he ate people. I didn't know that he
I thought you saw that
ass.
clip. No, he like did a thing where he's like, I tried dating guys for a bit.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
And it turns out I just want to eat women.
Yeah.
Do you know if he went on Grindr before or after? Because that could be some method. He could have been going Daniel Day-Lewis on us.
I think it was long after. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder about that with acting. Like, can you have an experience that like jars you loose a little bit? You know, like everyone who's, people play the Joker and then they lose their minds.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like, wow, once you've crossed that border, is it kind of interesting? Is it kind of fun?
I mean, I can say this, Call Me by Your Name, it's like definitely about love. That was like 2 hours of two guys fighting it. So
were they straight guys who were pretending not to be gay? Is that the whole thing?
No, I think
and
it was
they were
like
secretly very gay.
I think it was like they were like discovering themselves. I'm honestly probably not even remembering the plot very well. And then at the end, fucking the guy who plays Timothy's dad, like I forget, he like looks at one of them and he basically kind of alludes to being like, yeah, I kissed a guy once. And then that was the closing.
That was it.
And here's the thing. I may not be the target demo for this, so I may have missed out on like the important aspects of this film. I just kind of tried to go in it and be like, well, whatever.
Yeah, I think you were going in there proving a point. Like, yeah, I'll watch that movie.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of that film.
I watched it.
Come on, dude.
I watched it competitively, high in underwear.
100%. The straightest thing you can do is go into the gayest movie possible and be like, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that shit. It's my favorite shit. What, do you not like it? What, are you gay?
I mean, bro, it's shot very well.
Afraid
like,
of being.
Some of the scene composition is crazy, objectively. But I don't know. I'm not trying to slate.
I feel like
I'm not trying to slate the movie. If you like it, cool.
I'm just fascinated by leaving two guys in a field making out, and then he just like left them there, like they were supposed to like have a stopwatch, and he's just like, no, just keep doing. That's like, I don't think that you're supposed to do that. That feels unethical. That's unethical directing. That's sexual assault, honestly, at some level. Or SA, my bad. I don't think you're allowed to do that. You can't just let the boys make out and then be like, just kidding. Just wanted you guys to get to know one another.
Yeah.
Now Armie Hammer's bricked up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Timothy could have got eaten.
It's true. a little, just a little nibble out of the shoulder.
Yeah. Come on. Little Mike Tyson for the kid. I don't know. Is Timothy Chalamet like the one now? It feels like we've decided he's the one. Like he's this generation's only actor, as far as I can tell.
Every woman in the studio right now is like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. One. I'd fucking sit in a field with this guy, tongue him down. Look at that Adam's apple. He looks like AI generated in this photo.
Yeah, he definitely looks sculpted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that? I guess it's just really touched up, but he looks fucking. I mean, they picked the guys for a reason, but goddamn, if I looked like that once, I'd crank to myself. just out of pride, not out of any sort of self-desire, but just pride. Like, look what you did. Look how far you've come. Yeah. You got these chiseled cheekbones. Look at us.
I mean, the resume is crazy too. I mean, he's Bob Dylan, Willy Wonka. House Atreides nuts.
Do you feel like if you were given the opportunity to act, you might fuck around and just go on a crazy run?
I have no clue. Like, I take that question very literally. Like, I don't even know what I could be casted for to even go on a crazy run. Like, I think I would just get put in all cartel films. I think I'd be casted as Henchman 3 in Narcos Season 7. Then they'd upgrade me to D plotline character in Narcos Season 8.
Yeah.
I think they would put me as a Filipino terrorist in a Netflix film. I think, if they remade Fast and Furious, they're going to recast me as Hector. Like, I think that's... So I could go on a generational run of, like, vaguely ethnic characters. I think that's what I would get.
run's a run, honestly.
So,
I kind of do feel like I don't think I'm a great actor, but I think if I got put in the right thing and someone knew what to do with me, you could just kind of get hot for no reason, you know? And then next thing you know, you're just in everything. They're just you could be at the red carpet. A lot of these people are very talented. Some of them are not.
Yeah.
Some of them just got hot and got put in the right place at the right time. And I know uncles in the industry, so I'm kind of behind the 8 ball here a bit. But I feel like even as a 34-year-old man, if you put me in, coach, if you just throw me in one of the right things, I could get hot. I could be sitting in a field with Armie Hammer in no time.
I think we could, if we put you as a assistant coach in a Ted Lasso season and you came in with way too much American energy in an English context, I think that's when you would get part of America behind Joey. They'd be like, yes, this guy.
Would be great, dude. And just kind of edgy, but still ruthlessly positive because it's Ted Lasso.
Yes. Yes.
You know, be like, I've replaced all the soccer balls with footballs. And people be like, dude, that guy is so zany and fun, you know? And I'd be like, Guinness, can I get a Bud Light, brother?
That's the qualities.
Don't make me Kid Rock this place, you know?
That's the quality that most casting directors are looking for, is a zany guy.
Well, yeah, I don't know how much subtlety I could play with, but I could be a lot, you know. I'm dying to be someone's neighbor on television, but I feel like that era of TV is gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What are you guys even watching? What is everyone watching in this room?
TikTok.
I'm passively consuming White Lotus. I'm forcibly consuming Temptation Island. And that's kind of it right now. What are you watching?
The Studio.
Huh?
The Studio?
The Studio?
Yeah, Seth Rogen's new show.
Okay. What are you watching, Grace?
Girls.
The Girls?
Lena Dunham.
That's over, dude. That show has been.
I just started last night.
You just started last night. This is Gen Z taking millennial fucking aesthetic and taking our shit. Ovi, what are you watching?
Sex and the City.
You said Sex in the City? You're lying, dude.
Why?
You said why? Because you're probably just doing watch downs for the studio all day.
I watch 10 minutes a week. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, Ovi is our resident party animal, so it's kind of rude for me to ask because we know she's going to Miami every other weekend. So,
I support that. She knows how to push it if she needs to.
Oh yes, Ovi is 100% push it if she needs to.
I respect that, dude. You have to have that. I do, but I am picking up on this. A lot of the shows that people are watching are old shows because it felt like a better era of TV, and there's like a time travel nostalgia effect to yeah, maybe some of the humor's weird or whatever, but I kind of want to go back to 1998 for a little bit.
Yeah, I just thought of a good reality show we can make. Joey and Ovi, first one to destroy their liver in 72 hours loses.
You think you can destroy this liver in 72 hours?
I'm saying, if I'm betting, I think Ovi could take you.
Like shot for shot?
You said what? Shot for shot? I think crazy for craziness. Like after the shots, like what you can do after. I feel like Ovi could rally many, many hours.
That's true.
If I'm hedging stamina, that's my belief, and I can see the gears turning in your head.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, like I've done some things that Ovi could probably never dream of. But that being said, am I in top shape now? You know, like am I, as a 34-year-old man who's pulling back a little bit? Am I ready for this competition? Would I have to gear back up? I don't think I probably don't have the consistency in me I once did.
This will be one of those passing of the torch like MMA matches where the young upcoming rookie comes out and just knocks out the old guard, and it'd just be I
think that's what all the analysts would say going into this Ovi versus Joey weekend, and then I think this would be kind of like the Muhammad Ali, like Rumble in the Jungle, where they thought I didn't have that step anymore, and the great had one more in him,
Right.
and I just clock her metaphorically in a partying sense.
Right.
And then, of course, after that, it is her time to take over. I think I still have that dog in me, bro. And like, you just can't, like, you can give it a nice house to live, but sometimes when you let it run, you know what I mean?
Look, I'm doing a lot of speaking for Ovi. Ovi, am I out of pocket here, or do you feel like you can handle JoJo in a session?
I think Joey could outdrink me. 100%.
You think he could outdrink you?
100%. I'm not a very good drinker. Like, I'm kind of a lightweight.
Oh, you are? Okay.
But I will.
Well, I wound up all that for nothing.
No, but I can party for a long time.
But Ovi can party for
So
a long
what
time.
do you do, like acid spray? Or are you putting Molly under your tongue? I mean, you know, what sort of, or are you just like just a sober warrior? You know, how do you get
I'm
it done?
definitely still drinking.
Okay.
It's
You're
just
pacing
like,
yourself.
I'm just not sure if it's just like, oh, we're going to go party and whoever can party better, then maybe I have a shot still, yes. But if it's like, no, shot for shot, like Joey's winning. 100%.
Got it.
Okay, we don't have to make this substance based. I mean, like, can you go middle of a dance circle and take over? You know, like
easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can as well. Do you wear fun outfits and things of that nature?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know how much I should like dox myself.
I heard
in the
Ovi
workplace.
eye roll you a bit on that one. Like, fucking okay.
You think I can't wear a cool outfit?
You think I
Joey?
can't wear glitter, dude?
Like,
What are we
fuck
talking about
off.
here?
I'm trying to become familiar with your game, and it sounds substantial. I just think we mischaracterized it off the top.
Yeah. No, I made Ovi sound like a raging fucking.
Yeah, I was like, if
Bender
she can go
warrior.
shot for shot with me at my size, and not that I'm large, but, you know, if there's a more place to put it,
Yeah.
that would probably not be good.
Yeah.
Like, I would not encourage that.
Well, we could say safely that Joey's built like a brick shit house.
Brick shit house, yeah, 100%. I'm twitchy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were discussing, so you're passively consuming White Lotus. Would you say, well, I was going to do a spoiler. I don't want to do a spoiler in
What's
case
the
people.
no?
but-
Yeah. What's the spoiler?
Well, I was just going to say, would you say you're passively consuming it the way that Saxon passively consumed that threesome? I'm very actively consuming it. I've been watching with friends. I've been having watch parties, and I've found
wow.
that if you watch with a group, it's so much fun.
So you did watch it? How Saxon watched it?
I do. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Yeah, I was just having my bro crank me mid-ep.
Speaking of Call Me by Your Name, the way they revealed that scene where the brother's just yanking his fucking tool, it's so fucking
Well,
crazy.
it was great because we had a debate about it because we were like, where the arm placement was, I was like, no, it was just him. And he's like, rewind. And I'm like, I don't want to rewind. And then you watch it and you go, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's in there. That boy's in there.
It's a tough scene. Is the studio good? Because I saw the ad for that Seth Rogen thing, and very rarely do I see an ad for a TV show, and I thought I would like to see that, actually, I think.
Izzy says it is good.
Okay.
She said that it's annoying to see Seth as a studio exec, but it is a good show.
I'm down to watch it. It looks like it has some glitz and glam, you know. I like it's kind of fun to make a show about making a show in a world where almost nobody's making shows.
Yep.
Kind of an homage to an absolutely dying industry. It makes it almost Game of Thrones like. It's fantastical.
Yeah, dude. All the streaming requirements for films have ruined them. It's crazy.
What do you mean by that?
Like when you make something for Netflix, they require like certain cameras and they require things shot a certain way. And I think that's just because of like they figured out compression and the best way to store them and blah blah blah. And everything has this like just hyper real feel. Like you feel like films to me are just so close to reality in most set. Like I don't know. There's obviously art and there's exceptions to the rule, but I'm just talking about like kind of like mainstream churning out the stuff with the biggest budgets. They all have like this weird, really modern texture to them because of, I think, like streaming requirements, and it just makes it all very shit.
Yeah, I remember I had a distinct experience with this where like you remember Euro Trip? It's great,
Yes.
you know, Yeah, comedy from back in the day. I remember watching it in high school, and Scotty doesn't know all that. I'm like, this is one of the greatest films of all time. I remember watching it a bunch of times, loving it, and then like later on in college or something, I had a girl over, was trying to hook up. You know what it is, and we put it on. But it was like a remastered version, and so it was like Blu-ray, like hyper HD, and it looked like I was like on set watching the movie.
Yeah.
And we were both like, I feel like this is ruining the film. Like it's too real.
Yeah.
And then it felt like hokey and odd and strange. Where like if there was just a little filter on it, it would have been nice.
Yeah, it just needs to be a little slightly ass to take you out of the world. You know what I also hate in fucking
Go ahead.
text message scenes. I want them shits out. Enough with the fucking text bubbles. They piss me the fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop using texting in your storylines. Fuck off.
You know what
with
they should
that.
do? If they're gonna do texting in the storyline, they should actually they should be mandated to film it from the phone's perspective. So you just get the person's like up angled, double chin, dead eyed monkey face.
I like that.
That's what texting is. Actors don't go, someone said something cute. In real life, someone says something cute, and you heart it with the eyes of a serial killer in real life. You don't react to texts. You just consume them.
Yeah, dude.
And you just like a fucking soldier.
Yeah.
Reading a dispatch from Winston Churchill. That's how you react to nudes. That's how you react to everything.
It's funny
you don't
you say
actually show facial expression. Go ahead.
You basically react to things like a British news reporter. That's something that I was watching all this Formula One news, and I'm like, these guys report this news the same way they report war. It's crazy. Like, it's just very like, yes, the news just has arrived this morning. Liam Lawson to be, like it could have been, they could have just slipped in like, 33,000 bombs dropped in Iraq. Exact same thing.
And the reason that the British reporter is so good is the same thing we were saying about film. It's because it's slightly different. Like it's slightly weird enough that it feels artistic.
There you go.
We know the British accent. People say accents are relative. Americans have an accent. No, we don't. British people have accents.
Yeah.
And they make everything more fun for us.
But yeah, I agree.
That's why they're here.
I agree, though. No one reads a text with real enthusiasm. If you get good news, I think you'll pause to like kind of fire up. But normally you're just kind of like,
Have you ever gotten such good news that you do like the yes?
Yes.
Like the self fist pump?
Yes.
When was the last time?
Recently, like a few days ago.
Really?
Yeah. I forget what, but I did it. I was like, fucking go.
You did this for something you forgot in 2 days?
Yeah, that's life, dude. I don't remember anything anymore.
I'm just hyped that you've been that. I don't think I've had one of those in 5 years. I think the last one I remember was like Comedy Central. I got out of nowhere. I wasn't even living in LA, and they're like, "Do you want to do a taping?" And I was like, "Yes!" And that amped me up.
Yeah.
But industry's dead. What am I going to be amped up about?
Doing a weekend in Shreveport, Louisiana.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yes! I got Beverly, Massachusetts.
Wait, what city were you just in? Because the hotel I was just in last night, I think someone died in there, man.
I was in Indianapolis.
I love it. I love it. Don't even slate Indianapolis. I love Indy. No,
you love Indy?
Go ahead. Yeah, I do.
No, I can see why you would. Like, I was actually kind of looking forward to the weekend because I knew that I didn't have anything I had to do. Sometimes you go somewhere and it's like, I'm not going to go to like Miami and not go have fun. Like and I get excited for that too. But then I see Indianapolis and I go, well, I don't have to do anything. So I can go and like work and be relatively boring, and I don't hate that. And then there's like one steakhouse and like a sports bar. Obviously there's more shit there, but it's like you're kind of all in walking distance. I went to the Kurt Vonnegut Museum. I bought a book.
There you go.
I walked along the canal. I took myself on a date. It was nice.
Everyone in Indianapolis right now is laughing, being like, Joey, you don't have to say there's anything to do here. You don't have to.
Well, no, I liked it because it sucks ass. It's obviously a shithole. And I would never live there. But it's a high it's a high class enough shithole that there's enough nice things to do, but not enough of an actual place anyone would want to spend time that I feel pressure.
Yeah.
I saw Trevor Wallace there. Where do you think we went to lunch? We went to Dick's Last Resort.
Yes.
We had people be mean to us in a hat.
I've never been there. I should go.
It was his choice. You don't. It drains your social battery. The whole time you're there, he's there. He's a content man, so he's filming everything. But like the whole time you're there, you're like, do I have to be like? I literally just want fucking nachos. Do I have to fight you over a social? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's great. Oh, they're gonna be. Oh, they're mean to you. Oh, they're mean to you. Oh, they threw Diet Coke in my hat. I mean. It is an absolutely disgraceful establishment. I will not go until I have like a 13-year-old child who demands it because they think it's interesting.
You know what I think would... Sorry, I just pictured that, the infamous white guy on the plane with the Burger King crown. I pictured him just walking in there and dropping the Burger King crown on and being like, you don't know about me.
It's like you go and it's like, yeah, for your fingers or appetizers for you fancy people. It's like that's their version of an insult. Like if we're gonna do it, I'd rather we actually do it.
Right.
Like, they like allude to things. They're like, oh, you're small or whatever. Like you should come up, forcibly grab my dong and be like, that's a disgrace. You should jump off a bridge.
It's like it's pretend mean.
Yeah, because you can't go all the way.
Yeah, that must get old. I don't know.
It's just odd. Like I already get social anxiety when I'm at like in Applebee's could even be a lot because I'm always trying to impress the waitress somehow or waiter. Like I just want them to think I'm a good person. So I'm like, oh, thank you very much, thank you. And that's a nice way to be.
Yeah.
But this throws me off because they're being mean to me and I still want to be nice to them.
Right. I'm
not gonna come back at you and be like, what do you make minimum wage, you dumb whore?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Now I'm just saying like, oh, thank you so much, and they're just being like mildly mean. It's a very odd space to be in socially.
Now I want to go in there and see if I could just one up it with passive aggression. Like they hit me with a diss, and I just go like, yeah, sure, thanks. Like just say very little and take the food.
Yeah, be genuinely, yeah.
Just actually be a dick. They like hit me with some goofy roast, and I'm like, oh, he's working hard on that one, huh? Jesus Christ. Hey man, give me some ketchup.
Or just coming back and being like, that's a really nice thing to say to someone whose mom just died today, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just ruin the mood.
Yeah, just go in there and not get it.
Yeah. Like,
why is everyone a
didn't
fucking
understand
asshole in here?
Yeah, it's strange. And then they found out like we're comedians, and then it's kind of a whole thing. And we had, as far as Dick's waitresses go, we had a good one. She was doing her best, but it's just the setup is odd.
We got to open the most nightmare establishment. We open the same thing, but it's just all roast comics who work there.
Yeah. And there's just everything is just racial and insane immediately.
Yeah. And then you get some guy dropping off fried chicken, and he looks at you, he's like, are you Dale? Dale's eating chicken. That's interesting because his kids are fucking missing. Excuse me? But yeah, the hotel room I was in yesterday, I think someone died in that bitch. Do you ever, this is something that I think is interesting or at least funny to listen to because I'm sensitive about this. But traveling to a lot of different shitty hotels, I think you get a sixth sense for mildew and moisture. And some shitty hotels, they have like a moisture about them, and you're like, you just know someone rotted in here at some point. It just has like a fucking feeling, man. I don't know if you feel that. Maybe I'm curious. If it's
I don't. I was at the Westin. It was lovely. So it was not. If you walk into a room and it's damp, have you ever asked them? Yeah, could I have your least moist room?
Yeah,
your least damp sort of enclosure.
I ride it out.
I try not to. I really try not to think about the reality of hotel rooms because it's a lot. Like you don't want. It's like when people do the stats, like your mattress is full of like they get 10 pounds heavier because of all the dead skin and cum on it, and I'm like, I don't. When I'm in that hotel room, I want to think it's the only thing that's happening.
Yeah, Tom loves firing it up. Like we'll walk out of our hotel room, and he's like, You ever think about how many people use that shower?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It's like, okay, our bodies are mostly air, but I'm sitting in this chair, so who gives a fuck? I'm not going to think about all the people. And if I had a high estimation of people, if I thought they were people even remotely like me, I don't mind sharing. But I see the fucks in these hallways.
Oh, yeah.
I see the disgraceful people wandering around some of the establishments where I lay my head, and I don't want to think that they could have been ripping ass on my pillow.
Oh, bro, this hotel, this was like I was in the shower and I could still see the dust that has not been wiped off any of the shower walls, like just dripping slowly.
Sounds like you were in a horrible hotel.
It was actually pretty nice, but there were aspects of it that clearly stunk. It was one of those where the bathroom vanity is like it's in its own cubby across from the bathroom, like a nasty ass carpet that probably thousands of people have walked on. And I just, you know, and I went raw. I went dogs out on it. You know, I don't know. I'm not, I'm not that bougie.
You got to live. We used to live in tents and, you know, hunt and shit. It's not the craziest thing to stay in a nice hotel.
I got a guy who does not go raw dogs on hotel floors ever, which is crazy to me. Socks only.
So he hops out of the shower and immediately throws his feet into socks?
Like, I think he's like stands on the mat for a second, but yeah, I think that's where he lands with it.
Does he have that high of a estimation of his feet? Does he not know where his feet have been? Does he think his feet are better than my feet? You know what I mean? Your feet are disgusting.
Yeah.
It's.
I assume we're in the same place. But I'm just curious. Where do you stand on mandals? I'm not about them. Like
like any form of them.
Yeah, like dudes doing mandals. I'm not a fan.
Dudes doing mandals.
Yeah, man sandals.
But like, what do you mean? Like ones that, like with a back strap, or you mean like a flip flop or a slide?
Man, if I see a dude in Birkenstocks raw, I want to sock him in the face. I don't know why. It gives me that feeling. Like, and I'm not a confrontational guy. I'm really not. I don't fight, but something triggers my fight or flight when I see a fucking male Birkenstock set with raw dogs in it. I just want to run up to that person and do damage. I don't know why. I don't know.
I could not agree with you more. It's absolutely infuriating. And there's something like, if I see someone in slides with socks, I'm like, that's fire. Or like flip flops, that makes sense. But there is something about the Birkenstock where I'm like, I'm sorry, are we like an archaeologist on a dig right now? There's some like scientific quality to the people who wear these that also implies a level of dirtiness.
Yeah.
And it just is kind of infuriating to me.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's very like, I'm going to teach you history or something vibes. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a teacher, but you better come with wisdom if you're going to be a dork.
I think that's what it is. I never met a guy, a raw dog in Birkenstocks that didn't think he was better than me. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Any time I've encountered that, they're very like self-important dudes. And
yeah,
I think that's why I get upset.
Yeah, a slight style qualm with you think you're better than me, I think is like that's the trigger. Because it's like, oh, you think you're better than me? I think you look like shit, and I'm right. So what now, fuckface?
I think
I don't like running shoes with jeans.
You're about to get a lot of shit for that, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's fine. It's fine. I mean, that's
you don't
fine.
You don't like my
sneakers.
parachute pants? You don't like my parachute jeans with my fucking Asics, dude? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I realize it's a practical shoe, and I don't have the same level of antipathy, but I just look at it and I go, ugh.
That's fair.
Because I don't know what we're doing. It's confusing to me. What are we doing right now? Are we going out? Or are we going for a run?
Yeah. Yeah, utility, man. Got to dress for utility.
If you do that and you want to like go out to dinner with me and then say, hey man, great to see you, have a great night, and then take off into a full sprint home, then that's fine. But I need some utility out of them running shoes. Otherwise, put on a sneaker. We're in society.
I know some kids that watch anime that'll do that. Okay, I know.
Good.
I know a couple.
Naruto run your ass.
I know a couple anime guys that you could, you're hanging at the bar drinking all night, and you're gonna dap up, and the second the dap releases, that dude is at full sprint, Ashton Hall level sprint.
AirPods falling out.
Everything, just booking it. And his rolly backpack was checked in outside of the bar, and he's picking that up as he's running home.
And I have nothing but respect for that. As long as you're using the running shoes, then you could wear them with a tuxedo. I give a fuck. But just don't walk around in them all day.
Yeah.
And the drunk, I mean, like, if you're out, like, there's nothing better than a drunk run. Because it's like, okay, I'm going to get home, but I don't have time to walk. I'm going to walk.
Yeah.
I'm going to get home. I'm going to burn off some alcohol calories. I'm going to prove to people my superior foot speed, and I'm going to get home faster while saving some money. If you're in range, I think there's nothing better than a drunk run. So just make sure you're doing it right, you know?
This week on The Bonus.
I couldn't sell blowjobs for that.
He went ass to grass on the balls of his toes just for the engagement. I got lectured by my Uber driver this morning.
I sleep in dirt. I wake up. I stare at the sun. I have 100 women. Why have one?
Watch the full episode by signing up for a membership at TMG Studios.